stuff over to you because I'd love to work with you on a sculpt of Dodge.
Oh, I would love that.
Something cool. I don't know. I got to do something. I want to do something cool. That we can maybe have something that we could make as an offering in the next Kickstarter, or just just something that I can have at home here and enjoy myself.
Yeah, definitely.
But the idea of action figures of any kind, or sort of like what you're doing with the Pound characters, like that was just so cool to see.
Right. I would love to do a Dodge thing. That would be fantastic.
Oh, it would be so cool, man. The work's been so awesome that you've been doing. I just feel like it'd be a really good fit.
Yeah, anything you sketch out, I can make into a 3D object.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think we're streaming. I'm still trying to make sure.
It looks frozen on my end.
Refresh the tags page.
Yeah. No, I just opened the new stream you did. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback from somebody's.
Man, when I'm laying down washes on this red paper, it looks so good, but it doesn't dry that way. It dries
Micheal Bergland, what was that first piece you put down?
The first character?
Yeah, that you just finished drawing.
Ninjor. And then this one here is Scareglow.
Scareglow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody jumping back in. Sorry about that. I think Stream Deck closed our feed. Yeah, because all of a sudden, because I was trying to switch from one screen to the other, and I got a graphics error and noticed that everything froze up.
Weird.
So apologize, everybody. So this is the second half of the live stream that we plan to do in 2 parts tonight. So
Hey, don't forget to open up with your He-Man title.
I should have, but I didn't.
Just do it.
So I just put the updated bids in the chat there so that people can see as they come in.
All right.
I hope those are correct.
That's what I've got. So, all right.
For the win. So you are doing it. Why am I doing it?
No, because I'm drinking.
Well, and I'm not.
That way we can at least go, all right, if we've got 2 sets of numbers that don't match up, we know we need to go back and look. Oh, see right there. See, look right there. Randy's already got you corrected. Rob has Scareglow bid at 100. Not Ninjor.
No, Rob came in with Ninjor at 100.
But he also may have that one as well. We need to go check. Of course,
On the last, I'll check later. But Rob opened the bidding on Scareglow at 75, and then Randy came in at 100.
Yeah, we'll go check on that.
So
Rob says Rob, not right. Oh Jesus, it's all over the map now.
All right, we'll check it.
Yeah, I'll get on that. You take care of this.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, that is what I have, Stefan.
What do you have?
I have Rob at 100 on Scareglow.
Man, you're gonna drive me to drink more.
That's what it was. I had it backwards. Randy opened it at 75 and Rob went to 100.
Here's everyone.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna go get a new old fashioned. I'll be right back.
You want another one?
I would totally have another one. This is my cool. You guys probably can't see it because it doesn't show.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
You guys can't see, but there's a Swamp Thing etched on this glass. It's pretty rad.
Nice.
Nice.
Got that from our buddy Brian. What's he called? Wasteland Studios, I think. He does all that cool glass work.
Yeah.
Or printed on
He's out
glass
of
work.
Winnipeg, right?
I think he's out of Winnipeg. Yes, that's right. Yeah, he's a good cat. I've known him for years and years, man. Oh yeah, I still got to do a turtle speech tonight after the show. What should it be? What should it be? Anyone out there, Turtles fans listening? I have made a
Did
list
you
of
do Baxter
characters.
Stockman yet?
I haven't. He's on the list though. I have Baxter on the list. Who's on the list? I got the list around here somewhere. Let's see. I got Foot Soldier, Old Hob, Android Krang, Mausers, Baxter, Fugitoid, Triceraton, Shredder 2022, Ronin, Casey 2022, April, Bebop, Rocksteady, Leatherhead, and Toka and Razor as well. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get to those guys. We'll see.
I love Fugitoid.
The old school Super Shredder.
Old school Super Shredder, the Kevin Nash Super Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made so much money on that movie, man. Ridiculous. He's always been about making money, that guy, though. Which I always find so cute when I think back to when he was champ, because they did those promo ads about how he was like just like a regular guy, and they did that one where the kid's waiting for the autograph, and like he's got a $20 bill in his hand, and Diesel signs the kid's autograph, and it's like, I don't need your money, kid. Like, you've never been that cool, Kevin Nash. You've taken everyone's money.
Probably
You've never
totally
worried
went
about
back and took that kid's 20. Like,
never worried about it for a minute. That guy. I like Kevin Nash though. I'm not ball busting Kevin Nash. He's all right with me, but I just thought that was kind of funny because he's a businessman for sure.
yeah. I think he's from like Detroit though, right?
Originally, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still in an amazing shape too, man. He's had his knee rebuilt and his shoulder rebuilt, and he's using the growth. Was it like the stem cell? The stem cell research to like rejuvenate a bunch of things. Like he's doing all that stuff. Yeah, he's a very big person. I've seen him perform. I've also seen him at like a live meet and greet event, and he's a very, very big man.
He looks really good. He looks really good for his age, especially all the stuff his body's been through.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's been through hell. Absolutely.
I couldn't believe how big Kane was when I saw him in person.
Yeah.
Dude is just huge.
Yeah, Kane's monstrous.
Yes.
Kevin, Scott Hall too. Like he wasn't as big as either of those two, but there was something about his presence. He would walk around with a leather jacket on. I remember turning around at one point and in a crowded show and like almost bumping into him, and it was like bumping into a brick wall, like just a gigantic dude. And then right after him was Kevin Nash, and it was like looking up at Chewbacca, like because he had his long hair back then and stuff, and it was crazy, man. Yeah.
I randomly saw Kane just kind of walking across the street in DC one time, just randomly coming out of a hotel.
That's cool, man.
Sometime last year, I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta call my brother." But
yeah.
Mike, you know who else would be an awesome character to draw? Is Scratch the Cat.
Yes.
I have a weird wrestling story. You guys remember Norman Smiley?
Yes.
He was called Screaming Norman Smiley for a while, but before they made him into a joke character, he's actually one of the greatest wrestlers ever put on his boots. He's wrestled all over the world. His matches with guys like, like William Regal and some of the people he fought over in Japan. Guy's unbelievable. Anyway, he works for WWE in some kind of executive role now, or some kind of like office role. But he does a lot of the shows, and I've seen him in airports and stuff. So, I'm a huge fan. But the only time I've ever actually been close enough to chat with him is that he was in the urinal, standing in the urinal next to me. And that's just never a time to talk to somebody, you know? Even if it's someone you want to talk to. Like, I'm like, holy shit, you're Norman Smiley. But, like, you're not going to say that while you're peeing. You know? It's
You
just
gotta
a
reach
thing,
over and shake his hand.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I always was a huge fan, and even he, like, never was a huge wrestler. Like, he probably wrestled at around 225, 230. But there's something about a way a wrestler walks around and carries themselves. They're just bigger than regular people. Even if technically I outweigh him by 50 pounds, he still looked like, you know, just a very impressive person walking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was in incredible shape. Like,
Oh man, unbelievable. He still is.
yeah.
Not that I got like a good look at him in the men's bathroom or anything like that, but
No.
he was wearing like one of his WWE like official blazers, you know, like the kind that like that Sergeant Slaughter used to wear.
Yeah, yeah.
The commissioners. Yeah.
I saw Rick Rude at a Bruins game in Boston Garden.
Oh no
He's
shit,
younger.
man. That's
Yeah.
the coolest. I love that
He
guy.
was hanging around to watch a hockey game.
One of the best. And you know, his career when he went to WCW was so interesting and so just he did everything there. Like he beat Sting clean for the world title. He defended the belt rather against Sting clean numerous times.
Yep.
You know, and beat Flair for the belt. Like, I mean, cheated to win that, but you know, you can't beat Flair without cheating. It's gonna go one way or the other. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it was. I remember just being so impressed when he showed up there. They didn't let him use the Rude Awakening as his finishing hold because I guess Vince owned it or something. So he would do this flying knee drop off the top rope that looked like it would just actually kill you. And he landed it and sold it so perfectly. It was just really impressive to watch him do that stage in his career. Cheers. Ooh, this one's dark and brooding. Now that's a nor'easter right there.
And here I am like a chump with just an old fashioned.
I love an old fashioned. Problem is, every time I've had an old fashioned for the past like couple of years, it's always at a convention. And it's always the first thing I have on like the Sunday after the show. Like you go to the restaurant or whatever and you grab an old fashioned while you're waiting for your dinner. And every single time I get sick. Every single time. And it's because I'm usually showing up there with an empty stomach, and the first thing I have is an old fashioned, which is like a super sugary, boozy drink. And then, yeah, just can't seem to keep her down. My drinking days might mostly be over at this point. I've come to accept that, but every so often with you guys on a Saturday, it's all right. Is Wade watching? Is he out there?
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen him. Yeah.
Okay. Because I did a drawing for him today from Granite that I finally got to. Because I came home with 3 pieces of homework from Granite that I haven't got to yet. But
Is that the Robin?
Yes, I had to do a Robin for Wade. Wade made me draw a Robin. What a guy. Here's some sweet Saturday night dick for you right here.
Hey, don't be throwing dick pics up. What's up with that?
I was gonna throw this dick.
Okay.
I was gonna throw this dick pic up online, but then I was sure I'd get banned from Facebook, and you know I need Facebook so badly to live that I couldn't. You know, anyway. Yeah, so there's your sweet Saturday night dick. I was gonna do that post, but I've decided I would do it on the show instead.
and we appreciate it. Thank you.
People are getting banned for nothing these days, so I don't really care. I mean, it's kind of like if Facebook banned me at this point, I'd just be like, thank you. Now I don't have to do anything ever again.
It's not a party till Mike whips out his dick.
Here's some sweet Grayson dick.
Oh shit.
What's up?
Well, let me hit buy first. That way I can say it, and that way no one steals it from me.
You got dudes bouncing around on eBay while we're on a show?
Of course I am. I got Justin watching the show. I could do the technical end, and still look at other things.
I can't hear a thing Thomas is saying. I can't hear him at all.
Lucky you.
sounds like
And I don't know if Micheal Bergland's talking, but I haven't heard Michael either.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
Okay, I hear Michael, but I cannot hear Thomas.
It sounds like a you problem, not a him problem, because everybody else can hear him.
I
Right?
actually envy him.
Sounds like a you problem.
Well,
Consider yourself lucky you can't hear me. Oh, we can't hear that. So.
but there's a Mr. T WWE Universe
Get out.
message.
Oh, that's fun.
It's going into my Mr. T collection.
I used to have the Clubber Lang action figure
Oh,
that
really?
came out around the time of Rocky 3, and I loved it. It was so great. It had like it was wicked. But it just didn't survive. Nothing survived when you have a little brother. Nothing ever survives when you got a kid brother. None of your toys survive. None of your things that shoot rockets keep their rockets or keep their springs. Like everything is just forget it. But yeah. I had that Clubber Lang. It was good. Really good sculpt. Like a really good sculpt of his physique, and then weird, soft, squishy rubber head. Werewolf.
When I was really young, action figures didn't look anything like what they were supposed to, like the actor or whatever the hell they were making.
I know.
They were just brutal.
Yeah.
Well, that's I was
$6
looking
Million
at
Dollar Man kind of looked like Lee
Actually,
Majors.
though, I was gonna say the $6 Million Man were actually pretty solid. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I had a Steve Austin that looked like Lee Marshall's. Like,
Yeah,
couldn't be anyone else.
They did a good job with that one.
Yeah.
He had that eye that you could look through the back of his head.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
had
I love
Andre
that.
The giant Bigfoot too. It was so great. I still got that
Yeah.
around here somewhere.
That was my favorite TV show as a kid.
Oh, it was great, man.
I
I wanted Bigfoot to be on every episode, though. After I saw Bigfoot, I was just like watching it every week for Bigfoot to show up.
That was some serious makeup for those days for a TV show. Bigfoot.
For sure.
I got to walk through that tunnel at Universal Studios in California in 1979.
Nice.
What tunnel?
The Bigfoot tunnel.
No, really, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was thin and everything.
How cool.
It really made you feel quite dizzy as you were walking through it.
Oh, I would think, yeah.
And then they also had a Battlestar Galactica ride as well with a bunch of people dressed up as Cylons and in Battlestar Galactica uniforms and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't drawn a Cylon in forever. I should draw a Cylon. That'd be fun. Cylons are good. Oh, man.
You remember the Alien Xenomorph 70s toy? Thing was huge.
No.
There was a Xenomorph toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the original Aliens.
Really?
I've never seen that.
Holy shit, that sounds
Oh, it was
awesome.
awesome. It was fantastic. And the top of his head was see-through, so you could see the human skull kind of underneath.
What?
Oh, wow.
This is in the late 70s this came out?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who made it? Do you remember what company?
Geez, I don't remember. No.
Wow.
It was like mega size, the thing was
Okay,
Kenner.
massive.
Kenner
Oh,
made it.
nice.
Yeah, you can see the commercial still online.
Really?
Yep, because like you'd squeeze the back of its head and the jaw would come out.
Right.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was a big ass toy.
I wanted that so bad. My mother's like, not in this house.
Yeah,
Not having it.
Oh, I love that first Alien movie so much.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I mean it's not the third movie, which is by far the superior of all.
Right.
But you know, I don't hate the third movie. I just hate so much about it, but I don't hate it.
It got a little ahead of its time too quick. Trying to do CG and
I think it just kind of forgot what kind of story it was trying to be. I don't know. That one always confuses me when I watch it. But yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's when it started going down the doom and gloom path. So, all right, so how we want to do this, Justin? Commercial
I'm
break?
gonna sit back and watch.
Fuck that. This is you, buddy.
What are we doing?
Nothing, apparently.
You gotta play the sound.
Okay, hang on. Here we go.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe will be back right after these messages.
Because Justin's loving that way too much. So in honor of our He-Man night, we have 5 of the Things Are Getting Sketchy #1 for the kiddies books. So
nice.
we're gonna put those up on the. Are we putting them on the website, Justin? Is that what we're doing? Oh, hang on a second, buddy. I didn't realize that I didn't have your audio coming in on my screen. So hold up. So Justin, say again what we're doing.
We'll do claims for these ones for the people watching tonight, and then if the 5 don't sell, they will go up on the website for the remainders.
Okay. So and how do you want to bringing you on the show tonight is really throwing me on tilt. I forgot to add all of the audio. So how do we want to do? We're doing this 40 Canadian, so you can do your claim on the site tonight.
So
here.
These are 40 Canadian. These were very limited in numbers. When the first Kickstarter went on, it was an add-on option. So these are the last. I believe these are the last. Stefan?
I have 9 left. We're putting 5 up tonight, and we're saving 4 for a convention.
So for Motu Night, these are the only ones that are going up tonight for these. So they are very limited in numbers. There were not a lot of these printed. So they're $40 each. And you can claim one tonight here while you're watching. And then afterwards, we'll add them to the website if the 5 don't get claimed.
Sounds like a plan.
Love that cover.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Now back to Motu. Do it.
And now back to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
There, you happy, you monster? You're making me cry.
So happy.
That looks so
All
good.
right, thanks, Barry, for claiming one of those.
All right. Now back to the show.
And I will be right back, Stefan.
All right, fine. Leave me with these monsters. I'm good.
So, have we talked about that werewolf show yet?
Which werewolf show? Oh,
Werewolf by Night.
Did you watch it?
I did.
No, we haven't talked about it yet. I was waiting for someone else to watch it so they could roll their eyes as hard as I'm going to when we talk about it.
I watched it twice. The reason being, the first time I watched it, I fell asleep 3 times.
That sounds about right.
Granted,
That's
I was
not
tired.
good.
I was super tired, but that aside, had the fact that well, I don't know has everyone seen it, or is anyone like afraid of spoilers?
I haven't yet.
I haven't seen hardly anything. I've been buried.
Same here.
Hey, Mike.
Well,
Mike, before you get into it, Can you check
Yeah.
your microphone? Your
Yeah.
audio sounds different now, like you're coming through a different audio source.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds
really?
a little muffled.
Hang on a sec. Let me just check and see which one I got. Reference. Yeah.
Hey, Camila, how you doing? All right. So Barry watched it and loved it, so
Um,
we'll have to have that conversation, Barry, because
I think visually it looked very good. Like visually, I thought it looked like I like the kind of like the noir style of it, but
yeah.
there
to a
was
p-
some elements of it, like putting in that little bit of color, just made no sense to me at all.
exactly. Yeah, having that red there on the heart, and then the when the energy would come off of it, it would turn black and white was just so dumb. Like, because it would be red for a little. Like they just ran out of budget to make all of the energy off the heart turn red, and then in case you weren't paying enough attention, they play over the rainbow when the scene goes full color. That was when I literally stood up and said "fuck you," and turned out like I wouldn't even care if there was like an end credit scene or anything. I was just done. I was like, "You, ugh." But yeah, we'll rewind a little bit when Mike comes back because there's more to discuss about this. Because
just wondering, I'm not sure how to switch my microphones on this interface. I'm sorry.
you're sounding better now. I mean, you may not have changed
really?
anything, but yeah.
Well,
But it was,
by how about this now? Is that more muffled?
yes.
Yeah, so it's obviously pulling from it wants to use my computer's microphone because I'm kind of a few feet away. It's probably sounding better now because I'm over at my computer now. But I just can't. I'm not sure how to switch. Normally with Skype and other stuff, I can just switch out.
Yeah.
This one I have the option to switch on or switch off, but I can't seem to switch which mic I'm using.
Yeah, when you first log in, you choose what microphone you're going to use. Well, I'll walk you through it.
I had, yeah, that's strange. You can't change it after the fact, though, eh?
Well, do you have a little gear down at the bottom of the window?
There's a gear, yeah. Oh, hold on there. There we go. All right, there's the gear. No, it says it's using my Yeti, which is the one on my desk. So
you're sounding great now.
Yeah, because I'm at my computer. But if I go over here, is it sounding muffled?
You're sounding distant. You're sounding distant, yeah.
That's really strange. I wonder why that is.
Huh.
Hold on. Is that
Yeah, now we're getting like a bunch of noise.
Oh. Hold on.
Hey, did you turn your gain down or something? Is that what you just did?
Hold on.
Yeah, you sounding good now.
No, I'm using my built-in microphone. All right, how's it sound over here now? If I go over here, does it sound okay, or is that muffled?
It's better.
Yeah, all right. I don't know why the mic's not working. I have it aimed at me here. It's all plugged in, so I'm not really sure what the...
No, you're sounding good now.
Okay.
Yep, much better. There we go. All right, so back to Werewolf by Night.
Right, yes.
All right, I'll let you start since I made you watch this.
So I like I said, I fell asleep the first time, but I was happy to see, like, I love the character Elsa Bloodstone. So I at first was like, I'm not sure about the casting on that, and then the second time I watched it, I'm like, okay, she's actually pretty good because I actually like that actress. She's also in Outlander. She's in that show as well. I don't know, man. I thought Man Thing was handled brilliantly for the most part. I enjoyed how he looked. The black and white mostly worked for me. They didn't keep the weird, staticky, old-fashioned film stuff consistently throughout the whole thing. It was kind of in some scenes and not in others. I feel like it wasn't really. I don't know. They were going for that retro vibe, and for me, it just kind of felt a little bit forced.
Yeah, very forced.
I kind of like when I fell asleep through it the first time, I kind of like was wanting to rewind the last 10 minutes and watch it. Eric was like, "There's no point, you didn't miss it," and I'm like, "No, I'm sure I missed." She's like, "You didn't miss anything." So when I watched it the next day by myself, I rewatched the last 10 minutes, and she was right. I didn't actually miss anything. There was a couple of fights fight scenes, whatever. I didn't think the werewolf himself looked cool. I thought he looked kind of lame.
Yeah, I think they should have had him look more like Bill Sienkiewicz werewolf
Yeah, I mean,
with the long pointy ears and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know. I love the way that I always thought the Marvel werewolf looked different than other werewolves. Like I always kind of liked how he was, a little bit more unique and kind of more based off of the Wolfman like kind of look as opposed to like a more wolf-like creature.
Well, he's a Wolfman. And he was a Wolfman.
Yeah, he's Wolfman basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Werewolf by Night is a Wolfman. So that was honestly the only thing I was going, okay, they got this right. Because the whole forced, we're going to try to make this look like a 1950s film with the dirt flecks and all this, but they weren't consistent enough with it to make it last the whole way. Do it like Elsa Stone. I don't understand why when they decide to make these new character, she's not a new character, but when they try to make these characters in TV shows, like I don't know who's doing the writing, but everyone thinks that if this person needs to be the hero, but they're gonna be like kind of anti-hero. We need to make them just so fucking insufferable.
Yeah,
and it's like
Elsa's like that though. Yeah,
is she like that insufferable?
Well, I mean, if you read Next Wave,
which I have,
she's fantastic in that, but she's totally that. Like she's miserable. Like she's
miserable, but she's not insufferable. This version was insufferable. Like she did the whole dragging of the chair thing.
True.
The whole notice me, which was completely unnecessary. Because she had already proven the point that she didn't give zero fucks about anything happening here. But yet she still had to make sure everyone noticed her. Yeah. And weirdly I had an issue with Man-Thing being in it. And not so much that I like the Man-Thing. It's just there, Werewolf by Night was a Spotlight creation. Mm-hmm. And Man-Thing was like a Savage Tales character.
But I believe he showed up in Spotlight as well, though.
It's just where he originated. It felt odd for me, and it could have been that I just don't know if there was any crossover with the characters. But it was like, I know they're not bringing Moon Knight into it because they ain't got that money. So but I did like Man-Thing's look. It just felt his return was completely dumb. Like after he escaped and then shows up to, oh wait, I need to Ex Machina this motherfucker. And then
I thought the effect of him burning guys was pretty cool. Like kind of like just grinding them down, like grinding them with fire almost. I thought that was kind of interesting how they did that.
I had no problem with that. It's a standard effect. I had no problem with that.
Yeah.
But him leaving and then coming back for just to because we need a way to end this.
Save his buddy there. Yeah.
Well, he didn't even save him. He saved her.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know. Just the entire story was pointless. There was nothing to it. Like the fighting amongst everybody was like, and of course, damage means nothing. And again, typical Marvel stuff. Damage means nothing because
like
she took that axe blade across her hamstring.
Yes. Yeah.
She ain't walking.
And he like smashed her head 15 times off a concrete block. But I do believe that Elsa is a differently abled human in that way. Like she's got like I think she had exposure to the Bloodstone like from her familial. I can't remember. But she's basically kind of a super badass though in the comics. Like I wish Maria Wolf was on the show because she'd be able to tell us a thing or two about Elsa. I love the character, but I believe she is a more durable than normal human. But I found that scene like anyone takes their head off a corner of a concrete slab, like you're going down. After 15, you're not going to have a scratch on your head. You're going to have a caved-in skull where your face used to be.
Especially with somebody that big with that much force behind it.
Oh yeah, the dude's a powerhouse too. Like.
Yeah, but they made it sound the way they wrote it with her intro that she had not been exposed to the Bloodstone yet. That's why she was there to get the Bloodstone.
You don't have any context of her. Yeah.
So without that, we don't know if she's the Elsa Stone we know from the books yet or not. So
Right, yeah.
there's no way she's taking those 3 hits to concrete and shaking it off like nothing. And then because then she gets cut by a blade.
Yeah,
So it's like
hamstring by an axe. Yeah,
yeah, we're all over the map on what she can do, and because it just depends on what the script needs her to be able to take.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the dude with the axe, though, the old Scottish guy, I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw it. He's been in probably a shit ton of things, but he was most famously, I think, in that Star Trek. Was it Star Trek 4? Where they're on the bus and there's a punk rock guy in the bus being loud, and Spock reaches over and knocks him out with the Vulcan death grip. That's the dude. He's the punk.
Oh, really?
Dude,
he's the punk.
Yeah,
rock
yeah, he's the punk rock
nice.
dude. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it was one of those where I really wanted the show because I love werewolves, that. So I really wanted.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't have high expectations going in. But it was just 54 minutes of nothingness. And
everyone was raving about it, and when I saw it, I was like, I don't know, man, it was okay, but like,
I think we're just at that point where you're gonna have people who, no matter what's put out, they're raving about it. It's like when people are raving about She-Hulk, I'm like, why?
Oh my god.
Again, it's just such bad writing, and they're just generating so much content that. Like, I have to admit, I have to take back the new Games of Thrones, House of Dragons. I was not expecting anything. It's a good fucking show.
Is it? Yeah.
Like, push through the first episode. The first episode's a little rough to get through. But, yeah. And Casey, you can like She-Hulk. I'm not going to say people can't. Just recognize it's bad writing. The writer's room recognizes that it's bad writing. When they come out and say that they know nothing about law room or courtroom procedurals, and they're writing one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, but
I hated how they. I don't know. For me, I
did-
didn't mind the She-Hulk show. I didn't hate it. I was a fan of the comic book with her breaking the fourth wall stuff all the time. That stuff didn't bother me. What bothered me, I guess it didn't really bother me, just about the Marvel cinematic universe in general, but we're so ripped off by the Hulk stuff in general. We are, as fans, completely fucking ripped off by when it comes to the Hulk content in the MCU. We didn't get a good Hulk and Thanos fight. We didn't get a Hulk even showing up in the last Avengers movie in any real capacity. And then you have, and then the She-Hulk show, for me, what the She-Hulk show did was highlight just how poorly Marvel has handled the whole Hulk thing. Because, I mean, especially, like, at least they put the ears on Abomination. Like, they've kind of made Abomination look 10% better than he did when he first showed up in the Ed Norton movie. But why do these Hulk characters always have to have Shrek's face? Has anyone seen what fucking Abomination looks like? Have you ever picked up a Sal Buscema Hulk comic and fucking looked at Abomination? Because he doesn't look like Shrek, man. He doesn't have a baby face, like human face, all tucked in there, all cute on an ugly reptilian fishman Hulk body. No, he has a hideous, abominable face. He's the Abomination. So, anyway, that's what the show did for me. It highlighted how poorly they handle all the Hulk shit in the MCU.
Yeah,
that's my hot take on that.
It's funny you should say the Shrek thing, because I almost took a screen grab of I think it's Shrek Happily Ever After or whatever, where Fiona and Shrek have this like weird kiss where Fiona's like about to leave him for whatever reason. And I took a screen grab and I was about to post, wow, the She-Hulk show took a real weird twist. Because I was thinking the same thing too when I was seeing the She-Hulk CG. I'm like, man, this is bad
Erica
CG.
really had a problem with the She-Hulk CG. She's like, she's like, you know how many women are out there that could fit that body type? Like, they're, maybe not the 7 foot tall, but like, what about the NWA ladies champ Camille Brickhouse, man?
Well,
like,
have you seen the model that they're actually having on set who is playing She-Hulk?
Oh, I have seen her, yeah, but like, I don't know why they don't have her.
Yeah,
like, I don't get it, man. Like, she looks terrible walking around. The CG of her walking around is dreadful. Yeah, all through the whole show.
Yeah,
I think she looks great. Like, in still shots, she looks perfect. but you see her getting up and walking around with other people in space, and it's like, yeah.
No, even like the facial twitch and the little facial twitches and blinking and all of it.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It just, you can just tell that it's digital animation.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I just
it's PS2 quality. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm waiting for her to start glitching out and just kind of walking in space in the one spot over and over.
Well, Disney doesn't have the money for good CG, I guess.
Yeah, they're not spending on that.
They do. They just treat their.
Also, I don't know.
They outsource a lot of that stuff, and they apparently don't treat those departments very well.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
right.
but also, like, when the writers were being interviewed, they specifically said that they had no experience, and this is the part that annoys me, because like they had no experience. No one in the writers' room had ever written for a courtroom procedural. None of them have ever written for CG action. I'm like, at that point, you need to go out and spend a little money and hire 2 more writers. Then, you know, someone who can say, "Hey, this is how you do this, and this is how you do that." But you know, it really, the show just turned into so much writers' room fantasy for, you know, these, you know, just let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have not finished the show. I'm trying to make it to where I get to Matt Murdock, but I've only been able to get 3 episodes in, and I'm just like, you know, the eye roll strain I have received is requiring at least 3 more weeks of therapy before I can go back to it. Or at least hire a consultant. Exactly, Casey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you see it through to the end, I think you'll find that they kind of realize, like, she you know, they do the classic thing like in the She-Hulk comics where she would actually reach out of the page and grab John Byrne and drag him into the page and make him explain himself, you know? Like, I used to love that kind of shit. Like it,
yeah.
And I like how, actually, I love how, was it Peter David? I think it was Peter David who handled that whole thing where he had a conversation with She-Hulk and the Hulk where she starts breaking the 4th wall, but only she's aware that she's doing it. And the Hulk standing off to the side going, Jen, you all right? I got a doctor you can talk to. He's also got green hair, but he might be able to help you with your problem, because like she's just like talking to the audience, but like she's the only person who's aware of it. Like, I thought it was a great little nod, you know, to those comics. But yeah, it was funny. That was back when Hulk was like in the Pantheon and all that stuff.
Yeah, when Peter David did.
Yeah.
Randy's saying that Ninja is dope. Or actually, dopey.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Oh, 120, and he brought to 125 for Ninja.
Trying to get a better angle here, maybe. I don't know.
So to let everybody know, as soon as we get everybody officially signed up on the rest of the nights, I will update the schedule on the website so everybody knows what's coming up. But yeah, we have, like I said, we got Muppets Mashup Horror Night next week. The 29th, we have our first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles night of the season. That one,
which I'm not going to be on.
I know, unfortunately, you and Hugh will not be there, but we will have Chris Vance, Micheal Bergland, Kelly Williams, Paul Lamecco, and guest host on that night will be Eric Will.
Oh, right on, man. Yeah, Chris Vance is a badass artist, man. He's great. You're guys are gonna love him.
But
I'm so bummed I'm not on the show with him.
And to let everybody know, the week after that, for 11/5, is our Thundercats night.
Yeah.
So, and that will, Mike, you want me to jump you on that Thundercats night, or you want that night off?
I'm not 100% sure. That's the 5th of November?
Yeah.
I have a cover due that week, so I may.
I'll leave you off.
Yeah, leave me off for now, but.
Yeah.
Actually, I have 2 covers due that week.
Sean, you want in on that? There. All right, I'll put you in.
Yeah.
And it's Guy Fawkes Day. What's Guy Fawkes Day? The 5th? Is that Guy Fawkes Day?
Oh yeah, the 5th of November. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you remember? Yep. At least Muppets Mashup's on her birthday. It's like somebody loves me.
Who said that?
Alicia.
Oh, Alicia, right on. Yeah, is it a horror mashup? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
do it for
interesting.
Halloween, you know.
Very cool.
Somebody better draw Snarf on Thundercat Night. Nobody
Somebody-
draws Snarf. What?
And somebody wants to not be invited back to the show, they can draw a Snarf. No, I won't. You know, you can draw whatever you want.
Snarf.
That's the thing, man. But if I had drawn Orko, I probably would have got a way stronger response than Jitsu. But fuck it, Jitsu's cool, man. He's got a golden karate chop hand. You're not messing with Jitsu.
Yeah, he had that shit long before it became cool on Games of Thrones.
That's right.
Games of Thrones.
Yeah, whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah, you know that show.
Games of Throne.
Yeah, sure, why not? No, Barry, Muppet Mashup is not a coaster night. That is its own night. We're doing one coaster night a month, so the next, except for October, apparently. Whoopsie. So our next coaster night is the 12th of November. And then from there on out, there's one a month.
Pretty cool.
Rob always thought Jitsu was the Mr. T of Master of the Universe.
He kind of was.
I guess, yeah. In a way, he had more of a top knot, though, not really a mohawk.
Yeah, his is a top knot, but yeah. Similar,
No,
similar vibe for sure.
Mr. T is the Mr. T of all universes.
That's right.
Love Mr. T.
Oh yeah.
My best moment of Mr. T was when he was on Saturday Night Live with Hulk Hogan, and Billy Crystal was doing the Fernando thing, and they were at the table, and Fernando is talking to Hulk Hogan about how he moved his pecs like bouncing little babies, and Hulk started bouncing his pecs, and Mr. T just absolutely lost it. He couldn't hold it together anymore. It was so fucking funny.
I love it.
Yeah. He's the only reason I watched DC Cab like more than once.
Oh, for sure, man. Oh, you couldn't get enough Mr. T in the 80s. Couldn't get enough of the guy, man. He was everywhere. That's a good movie.
And yet,
DC
not everywhere. Enough.
Enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Daniel. But best Mr. T is his inspirational video where he break dances. That's a great one. Yeah. So I quote him all the time when someone says something. I'm like, yeah, but like Mr. T, we make it look good. Games of Tron.
Games of Tron.
Yeah, that's from Daniel. Man, Thomas, you were putting in some work on that thing. That was looking good.
Oh, and this isn't even anywhere.
Oh yeah,
near-
no, close here. Right now we have a toothless snake. It'll look better when the fangs are there. I get it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot coming. Grayskull took me like 2.5 weeks to make, and this is going to be a lot more work than that.
Jeez. Wow.
Wow. And if Murray is still watching, I just want to let him know that I know I still owe you hand turkey art, but I'm actually saving it for the pre-Thanksgiving hand turkey night. So you will be getting the first and only cover that I'll do a hand turkey on. He did win that. I still got to give it to him. So just want to make sure he knows I know.
Hand turkey night will be fun.
I can't wait.
Hand turkey, that's the weekend of our show, isn't it?
No, it's on the 26th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
the weekend of our show.
Oh. That's the 26th? Okay. No worries. I think I had it twisted in my head. I don't know why I was thinking it was the weekend before. No sweat. That's good.
Oh, you know why? Because it was before we went every week. I think it
Oh,
got
yeah.
bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually after Thanksgiving. So yeah. So that night. Shit. Well, yeah, Mike, you won't be able to be there. I guess I'll open you up.
Oh
I'll
well,
open up your space.
that's all right. We'll do it
Aw.
another
Well,
time.
I'm going to be going in 2 weeks because we have a dedicated line. So Stefan and I will have to test to see if we can pull some streams through to do some of the sketch battle streams and stuff like that during the weekend of our show.
Man, Sean, you are just going all out. That is awesome.
I'm trying. That's I was just looking at pictures, trying to remember how the staff looks. I was like,
The Havoc staff.
Well, apparently, it looks badass, is what it looks like.
Right?
thank you.
Look at
Thank you.
that.
It's turned out pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got the Stark coat on and stuff.
Tell you, yeah.
Oh yeah, Sean, that looks amazing, man.
I love
Thank
the
you,
wrist
thank you.
wraps, the whole bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had to walk up to my monitor to get a closer look at it, but that's incredible.
He looks like he's ready for D&D.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think we're all just in stunned silence. Sorry. Yeah, let's
Yep. Pretty much.
I know.
I know,
Luckily, I wasn't. Yeah, I was saying. Luckily, I wasn't on camera because I was just standing here slack-jawed, looking at it, going, "Oh wait, I'm supposed to be hosting a show here, co-hosting."
Well, that's
if
what I was
Justin
doing.
would
I was just
step up.
staring at it. And I wasn't.
I'm
sculpting
sorry, I was
anymore.
watching it too on my screen. I was looking at it.
Justin, is
Probably
Randy
not
still the
focusing
highest
on
on Skeletor?
Yes.
Yep. We want to
Yeah,
go ahead and put the bids in the chats again.
Yep.
Please and thank you.
I'm actually surprised I got this far.
This is what I have, so unless something came in when I wasn't here.
Yeah, Randy, you got it all except for Scareglow at the moment. Correct.
Yeah.
Ah, nice, Rob. Rob said, "This is why you don't sleep on tags. Every single artist is top tier. It's about time people started recognizing." Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I agree.
Rob's the best, man.
I'm not going to
Appreciate
argue with
that.
that at all. Yeah.
Nope.
So, Mike, what are you coloring? Or Michael, what are you coloring with?
Dr. P.H. Martin watercolor dyes. These here.
Dr. P.H. Martin.
Oh, there.
Nice. So, is that like brush then? Is that what you're doing? You dipping brush in it, or is it a pen?
Well, I have a tray with water and
Oh, okay.
colors. And,
You got to remember, I know nothing about this. That's why I'm asking. I wasn't sure.
yeah,
if you
these
used it or
are
not.
these were the traditional colors that they used color comic books with before digital came along. A lot of colors used.
Nice.
I know Mobius used those. That Silver Surfer graphic novel he did. He used
Yep.
those colors. That's how I discovered those colors.
That hack. All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I might get banned from my own show for that one.
I feel like there was some kind of issue around him coloring that comic in that way. They had to recolor that comic, I think, or I know there's something about the colors of that book that had like controversy around it, like something that he was Mobius himself was super unhappy with how it came out because they basically had to kind of strip the color from his lines and recolor it. I may be getting the story wrong, but I feel like there's something like that happened with that series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's right. Like just printing back then just couldn't keep up with just
Yeah, they couldn't cover what he was doing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
So a
makes
lot of that
sense, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
just did not read properly.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah, he also had I remember like I picked up the hardcover edition of that graphic novel series, and in the back of it had a bunch of Mobius's notes on his pages, and literally like it was all the code, all the coloring codes for the printers and everything. written
Right.
on the-
Yeah.
Right on the comic book pages and everything.
yeah, that's how they used to do it. They would color it and then just add all the codes to it, and
Mm-hmm.
printer would just do the best they can. No.
Hey, Thomas,
Yo,
is your Castle Grayskull on the Etsy site?
should be.
I couldn't find it up there when I had
I
a
don't
quick
I don't
glance,
see it
but-
there, and Rob's asking about if it was a limited run or if they can still get it. I don't
I
see it
wonder
on
if
your
it's
Etsy
sold
site.
out on me. Let me
Might have
pop
sold
over
it.
there.
Will it disappear automatically if it sells out?
Yeah, if you do a number, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check on it right now.
I should be paying attention to this. I've been trying to start up an Etsy store. So
I
Yeah, my
wish they
wife's
would.
had one for years.
I wish I would get a message or something when something sells out, because there's really no way to know unless I go in and actually look at the item.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Shopify. Shopify. Yeah.
That's a weird cough you got there, man.
Yeah, sorry. Someone's caught my throat. Hey, Gregory,
No, I
let
really
us nice. So, Rob, yeah, he's gonna put it back on his site. So I'll put the link back to his Etsy site here in a second.
Yeah, it's sold out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I swear I make like 2 of those a week lately.
That's good. Martin was actually asking earlier, and I didn't get a chance because we were talking. He was asking if you sell that unpainted at all,
I can't
or
remember if I have. I can do an unpainted one for sure.
yeah, you might want to. He left a little while ago, but you might want to reach out to him on Facebook then.
Yeah.
Martin could probably print it himself if he had the code or whatever, like the
STL file, but
formula. Yeah.
and Martin's good about not selling unless he's given license.
No, Martin's cool, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I would
no.
totally do that for
Yeah,
him.
he and I were talking about that earlier this week.
Yeah, if he wanted any of my stuff, yeah.
Martin's
I
doing
usually-
Oh, sorry.
I
go ahead.
usually don't let my files go out because I've given them to people and they've ended up on the internet and they tried to resell them and everything else.
Yeah, that's shitty.
But for him, totally, I would do it.
Amazes me that there's people out there that do shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
That's
amaze me at all.
sad.
People are the worst. Why do
Oh,
you
yeah.
like dogs?
Humans
Why do you
are
like
the-
dogs and cats so much? Yeah.
Yep. Word.
All right. Castle Grayskull is back up.
Oh, nice.
All right, and the link is in the
I
chat.
might have to
now.
get me one.
It's totally cool, dude. And the paint job on it, like I swear, like you just bought it out of like a full painted. I mean, it's so good. You did a great job painting it.
Thank you. Takes me a while to paint those.
I can imagine. Yeah.
A lot of
Totally worth
layers.
no, yeah.
Ink washes, all kinds of stuff. Not bad for a colorblind dude, huh?
Well, that would explain why there's no green and red on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stay away from those.
Somebody asked me just today if I could do one with a green gradient on it. So that must be why they're looking at my paint job and saying this isn't accurate.
I prefer it this way though. You're right. I didn't even think about the fact I didn't have green on it, but I like it better with the gray.
I do too, but I can do a green.
Yeah. Hey, Mike's
So much
challenging that
reflect-
paper.
Yeah, it's the reflections killing me, man. It doesn't look like that on my end, but the way the lights are hitting it and bouncing up on the camera, it looks super shiny and weird. But I'm using a matte ink. It should dry pretty flat. So hopefully it'll be all good.
All right, now Michael's jumping into the scare glow. It'll be cool to see the colors in this one now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if anyone wants to do a quick 5-minute auction for a turtle drawing, we could do that.
Hey.
Unless that's too weird or too sudden or too much trouble.
What do you want to do?
I have a 6x8 drawing that I started for my my Turtles Inktober project, and I kind of abandoned it because I wasn't happy with how it was going. So it won't be included in the book, but it's available if anyone's interested. We could
Put
do
it on screen, pal. Put it on screen.
5-minute auction. I call this one Constipated Raph. I started drawing it, and I was happy with the pencils, but when I started inking his face, I botched his face. He looks like he's having a stroke or something, you know, but or he's trying to rip one out. He's trying to force one. You know what I mean?
Or he's holding
there's
it
a
in.
look on his face that's saying something, but I don't know what it's saying just yet. But anyway, it's 6x8. It's watercolor. It's a Raphael. And we can open up the bid at like I don't know, $20.
$20. All right. 5-minute auction starting now. $20.
I've been holding it as an auxiliary one to use in case I was too tired to get a new Inktober piece done, because I really am trying to do them every day. Like I'm trying my best.
Murray said trying to look turtle sexy, but not quite working.
Yeah.
And then he immediately opened the bid, $30 for Sexy Ralph.
Oh, right on for Sexy Raph. Sweet.
Raph, sorry, I said Raph. Yeah. Gregory brought it to 40. All right.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna call this done. I think it's done. So, all I keep doing is just adding more lines, and I'm like, when am I gonna stop?
The lines never end.
That's true. They weren't. I was just like, yeah, more here.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Rob saying the mad rush for those pieces in November would be crazy, Mike, especially after Granite.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the release of the sale yet. I've been reconsidering and wondering about doing auctions on them. I thought about maybe doing a whatnot thing with them, but honestly, I don't have enough experience with whatnot to know. But I might auction them. I just kind of feel like what I'm probably going to do is disable my shop for a few minutes, load all the pieces up in my shop, and then just basically have a countdown, and then just like open up the shop again, and all the pieces will be up there, and then people can just have a free for all.
Yeah,
it kind of sucks. I know for people who have a specific idea for a piece that they want, but it's the only way I can kind of do it fairly. I'd love to do something to help the Granite fans have first access or something, but we're only talking about 31 pieces, so they could go, and they're not going to be very expensive, so they could go pretty quickly. I'm going to try to keep the pieces very reasonably priced. And yeah, the idea is there's going to be 31 original pieces of original art. Well, maybe even more if I do a cover and stuff that's different. I'm going to make a book, a sketchbook collecting them all. Each original piece will come with a signed copy of the sketchbook. So the first 32 issues of the comic are going to be marked and signed and numbered and set aside for original art sales. And then I'm also going to be selling the book. I might have a couple of tiers of the book. I might have one without a remark, one with. But yeah, it's going to be a nice little production, I think. Just a collection of this month's Turtles drawings, basically.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. I got a couple ideas for you.
I did an art release for my Still Good for Something found object drawing book years ago, and I just made kind of had a bit of a set time, and then I just, because I'm not tech savvy at all, I just disabled my shop for 10 minutes and then went in and loaded all the pieces up, marked them all as active, and then I reloaded my shop, like made it active again, and then right before like the I think it was like a noon on a Friday or something like that, and then they were all, I sold every piece from that set in like within an hour, and there was about 2 or 3 pieces that hadn't sold. I had never done an art show, an art release like that. I was trying to make a point because at the time I was dealing with a terrible situation with my manager at the time, and I wanted to prove that I, was still good for something, and still valid, and still had a purpose to be here. So I did a book and had an art launch on my own, and planned it and did it all myself, and it turned out really well. So I kind of want to repeat that again with this if I can. But we shall see.
Put that piece up again real quick? Got a minute, less than a minute left.
Whoa, here we go.
All right, so the bid right now is at 50 from Carol Duplessis. I hope I said that right. And if I didn't, I apologize.
Right on, Carol. Raphael.
All right, getting down to the last 30 seconds on it.
All right. Partially on the screen. Here we go. Put it in there. Stupid reflector.
You get that, museum glass.
Yeah.
And what's the size of that piece?
6x8.
6x8.
Or 6x9. Sorry, 6x9.
6x9. We lied to you. 6x9.
Watercolor paper.
Boom. All right.
Carol win?
It is sold to Carol. Yep.
Right on, Carol. Yay. Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you, Carol.
Yes, thank you. That's amazing. I'll get that all packed up and ready to go this week. I'm shipping out a whole bunch of Dodge stuff this week, too. Be crazy. The worst part of every Kickstarter. It's kind of the best part, but it's also the worst part because it's so much time to pack up all that stuff and get it at the door. It's crazy. It's days and days and days of work. But
shipping is the part I hate the most.
Oh, shipping and scanning are my two least favorite parts of the job. I got to get a new scanner too. My scanners, I've done all these like tests on it to figure it out and done all these like troubleshooting things, and I still can't figure out what the problem is. I'm getting a white line that's just showing up in the middle of the page. The whole length of the artwork. So I have to scan everything now, like tiled, like doesn't matter what size it is, I have to scan it. And I can't find what it is. Like they say that type of thing is usually because of a fleck of dust on like on the screen or on the little like reflector piece that's like where the slider is. But like I can't find anything. I've cleaned it and cleaned it and cleaned it. I have no idea what's causing the problem. I've rebooted the computer a bunch of times. I've reloaded the whole thing, and I don't know. It's just time for a new one, maybe. Never really been happy with this scanner and printer situation that I have. I want to get a better one, but the one that I really want's really expensive, and it's always sold out. But I want to get an Epson. My next printer is going to be an Epson because the printer I currently have doesn't run the kind of paper I like through it at all. Like it won't even run smooth Bristol through it, which is lame because that's kind of a standard, So I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed by it. But yeah, time for a new one. All right, just about there with this guy. I'm going to get into some color in a minute.
So, Carol is saying it's time to hire an art intern as your assistant to help with the shipping.
Oh man, big time, Carol. You're right. I need someone to do all my scanning and shipping for me for sure. Maybe one day. Although I'm probably too much of a control freak to let anyone do that stuff for me, really. I don't know.
That's a problem. Yeah,
It
I feel
is,
like
yeah.
that.
it's weird. Like even just letting my inks go to have someone else color them is very weird. It's always a very weird feeling, even though it's a huge helpful feeling. It's also just like, oh man, and it's hard to let go of that kind of control.
Right. Well, I'm sure you already have it set in your mind how you want it to end up looking at the end.
Yeah, I mean, when you're drawing it, you kind of do, but like I've known from the start with certain projects, like if I'm not coloring it, then I don't really have to worry. I just have to
Right.
make sure the inks work. But yeah, you always kind of have an image in your head of how you planned it, the light, or how you planned the whatever the color scheme. And but it's always kind of nice to get surprises too, and see how other people interpret your page.
Right.
Sometimes, mostly I color my own work, to be honest. But if I have something very specific, but I actually don't like to hinder colorists too much. I like them to just kind of do their own thing, and people have their own styles and their own approaches. I have a really specific style when I color. Certain steps that I take every time that not everyone takes, and it's just a preference thing, I guess. But
Well, guys, I just realized it's actually after 10 o'clock.
What's that?
Wow.
Is it really?
No, it is.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I just realized it's 10:06.
Man,
Tonight
crazy.
flew by.
Yep.
It's 7
So,
o'clock.
yeah. Well,
7 o'clock.
in real time, it's 10 o'clock. All you West
It's
Coast.
11 o'clock. It's 6 minutes after 11.
Oh yeah. Well,
Still
jeez.
3 hours left.
So, well, anyway, yeah. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Real quick, for the new people just here, let's start with a real round robin with Mike. Mike, where's the best place for people to follow you?
You can find me at Uncouth Ruth on Instagram, or just Mike Ruth on Facebook. And my website is mikeruth.com. It's actually recently been updated. And I also have a shop, which is mikeruth.bigcartel.com, where I have t-shirts and original pages and original cover art and junk like that for sale.
Nice. Randy said keep it going. It's up to the guys, man. Sean, where can people find you, man?
Yes. I mean, my main website is just SeanDamianHill.com, and you can also find me on Instagram, Twitter at SeanDamianHill, and also on Facebook. Same way. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Sean. So when does Bishop start? When does it come out? When can people start telling their local comic book stores to pre-order it?
Oh, so it'll be out in February. It should be out in like mid-February.
All right.
Awesome.
So everybody, when you go to your local comic book store this week to get your books, make sure you order the new Bishop limited series. Sean will be doing the art on that. Michael.
They made this first issue pretty big. It's like 30 pages. It's crazy.
Oh, nice.
Awesome, man.
Congratulations again.
Pencils
man.
and
You
ink, Sean?
So earned it.
Just pencils. Just pencils.
Just
I would
pencils?
cry
Okay,
if
right on.
it was-
Oh, even better for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Less work. Yeah. Michael, where can people find you, man?
Micheal Bergland on Facebook and Micheal Bergland on Instagram.
Excellent.
Those are the only 2 areas.
No, that's fine. That's all you need. Thomas, what about you, buddy?
Yo. Well, you can find me at Thomas Day on Facebook, and Curiosities by Thomas on Instagram, and curiositiesbythomas.com for my shop, or on Etsy you can go to Curiosities by Thomas as well.
Excellent. And Justin, what about Big Country Comics? What's going on there, man? Tell us about your show.
Yeah, so we have been working towards our show coming up in November. We have a lot of guests coming, including Mike Ruth, Hugh Rookwood, Jim Shooter, Sam De La Rosa, a bunch of guests coming up here in New Brunswick. So we're excited for that. And that's Big Country Expo this year.
Excellent. And where can people follow Big Country Comics? I heard there's a rumor of there's a new group that's public now. Not just
Yeah,
private.
so we just started back up. Big Country Comics 2.0 is a Facebook group. You can follow us there. And on Instagram, and Facebook of Big Country Comics.
Excellent. And don't worry about looking for me online because I will find you. No, you can follow us, of course, at Things Are Getting Sketchy on Instagram, Facebook, and we stream on all platforms under the same title, except for on Twitch. We are under Frozen Beach Studios. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to spend with us this evening. And as soon as we get all the art finished, well, as soon as they get all the art finished, because we're the lazy ones that don't have to do that part, we'll get the auctions up probably tomorrow, late afternoon, maybe early evening. They'll run for 48 hours. The starting bids will be the ending of the biddings that we had tonight. And when Thomas finishes the Snake Mountain, we will get a link for that where everybody can purchase those. I highly suggest it. Again, it'll go wonderfully with the Castle Grayskull, which you can now get on Etsy, which I just saw Rob put in his order for. So awesome, guys.
Nice. Thanks, Rob.
Yep. So everybody, I want to say thank you for joining us both on this side and on the other side of the camera here. It was a great time. Happy to be back, and we will see everybody next week with Muppet Mashup Horror Edition. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, folks.
Thanks.